Walking is a great way to improve your overall health. Just 30 minutes every day can help you prevent uh, manage various conditions like heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, and type 2 diabetes. But you must make sure you be aware of the do and don'ts in order to get the most benefit out of it, right? Hi, welcome to Stress Out Stress Free. My name is Vincent Moon, where I help people like you stay stress free by changing one habit at a time. Okay. All right. Today we're going to be, our topic for today is going to be in talking about the do and don'ts of walking. All right. Do and don'ts of walking. If let me know, if you have any suggestion, or we're going to go through about 10 of them, but let me know if you have any in the chat. Let me know. Okay. All right. Just put down in the chat. Let me know. And oh yeah, if you're new here, just please put new so that we can welcome you. And if you shy, or you just watching but you're not saying hi, just click the like button so that we know you're watching with us. Okay. All right. Do and don'ts of walking. Do and don'ts of walking. Let's go to the first thing we do, right? When you walk, what do you need, right? Of course, you definitely need shoes, right? Okay, shoes. Um, Make sure your shoes. This is your do, right? Make sure you wear the right shoe. What I'm saying is, yes, putting on shoes is important, right? And make sure you wear shoes, right? Wearing the right kind of shoes is important because let's say if you're wearing a tennis shoe or a basketball shoe, that's that's no good. That's too much support because it holds your feet differently, right? So make sure you are using a walking shoe or a running shoe to help support your feet. Okay. And then next is we're going to move to make sure that your shoes fit you properly. All right. I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, right, we were told like if you buy shoes, or buy any clothing and stuff, make sure you get slightly bigger. Why? Because it will last longer, right? Have you any of you heard of that before? Yeah, right. So we are taught like to buy things that's slightly bigger so it will last longer, and it wears, you get the money worth, right? So but not with shoes, because what happens to shoes is I know nowadays, the kids like to not lace up the shoes and make it like really loose. So that's no good too, because why? You need when you're walking, right, you need the support. If you don't get the support, if your laces are not tight holding your feet, you might just easily twist your ankle, and or maybe you cause injuries, and you might break your ankle too. So just make sure that your shoe fit, and make sure you wear the correct shoes. Okay. The next thing is, according to American Academy of Physical Medicine and Rehab, they say that every 350 to 400 miles of after you wear the shoe for 350 or 400 miles, as if like we make sure we count how many miles we walk, right? Anyways, what it means is like about every 6 months, you need to change your shoes, right? Because it could be the cause of the weather and the way you wear shoes nowadays. Because I see kids like wearing shoes, they don't walk like they're supposed to, like this. You walk up, put your heel down, and then your toes, right? Some kids, they just go like it's like rubbing the shoe on the road itself. So it's like kind of like sliding, but what they kind of like, yeah, they just go sliding instead of walking. The way to walk is with your heel down first, and then your toes, heel down, toes, heel down, toes, heel down, toes, that way. Okay. All right. The second thing is, um, make sure your walking area. I like to go across the street. There's a park across the street, right? And but then sometimes some people like they do not like to do the same thing over and over again, because that is might be boring. Maybe scenery is the same, right? Walking around the park and like same thing over and over again. But the thing is, want to get exercise, but also to enhance your mood a little bit, or change a different scenery will be good, right? So instead of going to the park, I can always go to either the West Side Highway, the east, the off the outside, so in New York City, so that we can. They both are by the edge of the water. So if you go to FDR side, that's the East River, And then if you go to the West Side Highway, is the we can see the Hudson River. So it's two different views, and it's a long stretch. So it's a change, definitely a change of scenery. And if you like water like me, it's great. But even though you don't like water, you still it's a nice walk, and a lot of people exercise there. So that's kind of like um, encourage you to do exercise too, right? You see, hey, people walking, people doing stuff. Why should you be slacking off, right? So yeah, it help change the mood a little bit. All right. The third one is listening to music. So what are the do and don'ts? Right? It's good to listen to music, right? Just to calm down yourself, and then actually it's good because this is one of the do's, right? It's because you can actually kill two birds with one stone. First, first you get the exercise, and then also you get to listen to your favorite podcast, or you listen to your music to calm you down, enjoy, relax your thought, and get you ready for whatever is doing for the day, right? And the don't is make sure when you have your listening to your music, of course you use a headphone, right? Make sure it's not a headphone or earpod or whatever device you're using, right? Make sure that it's not too loud. Yes, it is to it's good to listen to music and be in your zone, but then still you have to make sure that you can be able to hear the sounds from outside. That's like a siren or a horn, or if you're walking, you hear that? Somebody is honking. Anyways, yes, a siren or honk, in a honk that that or a vehicle passing by you don't know, or some kids, or if you at the park, somebody is playing, the kids are playing baseball or something, the ball is trying to hit you or something, you get a heads up, right? So it's good to make sure that your volume is low enough so that you'll be able to hear what's going on outside, because if not, then you might just get hit by the ball. All right. Okay. And the next thing is also is to is to do not look on your screen, look down at your screen, right? Or staring at the screen. Why? Because, number one, this is a do and, do's, right? No, this is the don't. Don't look at the screen. No, wait, let's do the do first. Do when if you have some important text or something that you really really want to look at, or some you just got a notification that's saying that, hey, so and so, your favorite YouTuber just pop up a video, so you want to check it out. So just stop there and watch it instead of like walking around. I mean, putting your head down, staring at your phone and walking, because that is not safe. Because you might just, number one, you probably walk into a tree, or number two, you might walk into the drain, or you might walk into the water, you might walk into the car. You don't know what you might walk into, right? So it's too dangerous, and it might cause accident. And and looking down, hurting your neck is is not good for you. All right. So make sure, if you want to really really look at the screen, just stop and look at the screen. Do not walk with looking it down to the screen. Okay. Number five. Okay, this goes to four. If dog lovers or pet lovers, dog lovers. Okay. All right. If you are not motivated to walk, but you like dogs, get one. If you don't have dogs, then maybe still still go walk. Okay. But anyways, if you're a dog lover, or pet lover, I mean dog lover, you need one. Because why? Dogs always needs to go to the bathroom, right? At least twice a day. I know my brother's dog, you have to walk at least twice a day. So it's a good walk, right? So it's motivate you. It helps motivate you to walk, and also plus you take care of your dog, so which is a good thing. And you make the dog will train you, will make it a routine for you. So like very practically, like what time in the morning he might need to go out, or what time in the afternoon or at night he needs to go out. So it's a good way to stay motivated for walking, and also a good way to help you not think about walking or exercising is too much work. All right. Okay. So when we were walking, first we got the shoes, right? What kind of clothing or what kind of attire should we be wearing? What do you think? Put down in the chat. Let me know what kind of attire you should wear. Like, of course, number one, you want to be comfortable, right? You don't want to wear anything that's too tight. Because why? Because it's just anything that's too tight. It holds tighten your body, and it might cut off your circulation. And if you want to wear something loose, and also uh, if it's too tight, it will make you too hot and sweaty. So you want to be flexible and relax and loose and easy to walk, right? If not, then you feel uncomfortable. You don't feel like walking, right? Okay, since we talk about clothing, right? And let's say this is the next one. Let's say you you are a evening walker or morning walker, like early in the morning when you like to walk in the dark, not in the dark. When it's dark outside, what kind of clothing or what kind of attire are you supposed to wear or you should wear, right? So they suggest that you wear bright colors so when people can see you, and if you can, I know some shoes has some reflectors, so that's good too. And especially with the logos, they have like kind of reflectors that when you walk, so they can see when you walk, you can see your movement with the reflector, and also make sure, or you can also put on clothing with reflectors. They have a lot of new style clothing now with reflectors and stuff. I seen some exercise pants, like they have the stripe on the side, and then even the shirt too. They have like a, s- a reflector on the arm. So yeah, so make sure you have something that's somebody can see, so it might not cause any accident, right? Of course, always make yourself visible when you walk in the evening or early in the morning. Okay, see, good timing too. Next, we're going to talk about hydration. When you walk, after a nice walk, right? What do you want to do, right? You always want to get some. You're thirsty, and what you want to get. What do you get? You want a soda, or you go aim for a soda, or aim for some cold, nice, some water. What would you do? So sometimes, when we if you for those soda drinking people, right? When you're thirsty, you just crave for cold fresh soda. Why? Because Coca-Cola sells tell you that's what it is in the advertising, right? so so they tell you, they show you according to your emotion, if they sell you to you according to your feelings. So they say, oh, after after a tough day of work, after the long walk or thirsty, all I want is some Coca-Cola. All right, this is not paid by them, so they're not my sponsor. Okay, but so make sure you stay away from sodas or any sugary drinks, because you don't need, your body doesn't need the unnecessary sugar, and it's adding more calories to your body. It defeats the purpose of walking, right? So basically, stick to good old clean water. Okay, I usually I suggest, even though it's thirsty, or even though it's summertime, or you're thirsty, to stay away from cold water. Is this the cold water is try to drink lukewarm water, because it helps calm your body down better. Because cold water, because cold, you after walking, right, your body is create the heat, and then you put down cold water in there. It's kind of like give your body a shock a little bit. So it's not that great, but try a way to stay away from. Try a way to stay away. Try to stay away from cold water. Just drink lukewarm water or room temperature water will be good. All right, let's move to the next one. The second last one. Okay. All right. Your stance of your stand when you're walking, right? Uh, what do you mean by that? Maybe your posture. this is how you should look like when you walk. Okay, of course, number one, your posture is very important. We sit all day and we work all day. Sometimes you just have the tendency to just hunch, right? So when you walk, make sure you hold your head up. Remember we said not to look down on the screen or look down. Make sure you hold your head up. You look ahead of you, so you covers up the whole angle, and you will not fall. Because why this will help you balance if you look straight. Okay, and your shoulder should be your shoulder should be naturally straight. Your your shoulder should be straight but down. Straight is straight and down. Okay, your back should be straight. Your shoulder and your back should be straight. So basically, this shoulder line should be straight, and then your shoulder down, right? And don't arch too much back. Just relax forward. You just hold it like normal. Okay. Make sure your chin is tucked to the chin is tucked. You can swing your arm, and also when you walk, remember I said earlier, walk with your heel and then toes, heel and then toes, up your leg, heel and then toes, heel and toes, heel, toes, heel, toes, heel, toes. Okay. So when you walk heel, toes, heel, toes. Okay. All right. So that's the good posture. That's the right way to walk. Some people just hunch and walk. That's no good because why? Number one, if you hunch, you create pain in the lower back, and once you have a bad posture, it, it just mess up the whole purpose of exercising and not and create more pain. So the goal is to have a good posture, and then um, you get less pain and less injury too, right? So that's why you need the good proper posture, proper stance. Okay, all right. Let's go to the last one. After all this, the, of course, I forgot to mention that before we even start, you just need to warm up a little bit. Warm up is basically starting walking slow for first 10 minutes. You don't have to just go in and walk right away, right? So you just start walking for slow for 10 minutes, and then at the end, a lot of people don't stretch after exercising, after walking, but we do have to stretch after walking. Why? Because when we walk, we use our calf muscle a lot, and then we have the quads and also and hamstring, and of course the hip and the glutes, right? And also your chest and shoulder. So you need to stretch them out, so you can help nurture the muscle better. Okay. All right. I guess. Yep. We're all done. So basically, these are the do and don'ts. I hit on the main point. And then the what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Right. So because so we went through the do and don'ts of walking. First, we talk about shoes, and then we talk about um, how it should fit, and then and replacing it too. And then we went to music. Make sure your music is you can listen to podcasts or listen to your favorite music or favorite group, or and also make sure that you adjust your volume not too loud so that you will be able to listen to um, listen to any honk or the sound outside, because people might be honking or somebody might be throwing the baseball, letting you know, hey, watch out, heads up, the baseball is coming on your head. Or and then okay, most important thing is not look at the screen, because you might walk into the water or walk into somebody or walk into the tree. That creates injury, right, to you. You don't want to walk and exercise and get all messed out by get into accidents. Okay, and for dog lovers, try to get a dog so that they will discipline you and help you uh, help you exercise too, and help you do more walking too. And make sure your attires, your clothing are loose and comfortable, so that it's more breathable instead of like tight and create sweats and stuff, and no circulation. And make sure that since we're talking on clothing, need to make sure that you have, if you like to walk early in the morning or in the evening, in the dark. Make sure you had some bright clothing or also clothing with reflectors so people can see you, right? And of course, hydration. Drink water. Drink lots of water before and after to keep your muscle growing and hydrate your muscles too. And then we have the stance of how you're supposed to walk and how you should be looking and looking out. Make sure you walk heel to toes, heel to toes, heel to toes, right? And last but not least, you have to warm up and stretch. Okay, let's go to the chat and see what we have here. If any more questions, let me know. All right, here we have if you have still saying hi, and then also we have Louis here. Louis is Louis is you still haven't still haven't seen the chiropractor yet. So don't be lazy. Is a big difference when you see it. So yeah, just get it done so that you see the difference. Yep. Yes, good to be excited. Good to be excited about it. Still cold out. Oh boy. Yeah, no, it's lately the weather is a little weird. We have early in the morning it's like 30s. Today we have like 30 something, and then it went 40s, and then later in the afternoon it was 60s. So I don't know. This winter might be pretty cold or pretty nice. Huh. I did my walk today. That's good. Did you walk to the park or did you walk to the water? Well, clothing is different, but with shoes is not good. What do you mean by that still? Let me know still. What do you mean by that? It's only okay to have shoelaces undone when you are just walking a short distance. I have to disagree with that. Short distance or long distance is still the same. Like uh, this might not be related, but still, when my son was playing ice hockey, right? So I he was practicing ice hockey. So I take him there to the practice one day, and then all of a sudden, like, how come it's not out yet? You know. Next thing I know is that he's calling me from the locker room and said, I sprained my ankle. I'm like, what? You haven't started anything yet. So later, what happened was later on we found out that he broke his ankle. Why? Because he didn't tie the shoelace properly. So you go figure. This is not only a short walk. So of course, yeah, it's slightly different because it's the ice skate, but the logic there is still the same. If you don't tie your shoelace, you might hurt yourself. So still, I think long distance or short distance doesn't matter because if it's loose, you might hurt yourself. Okay. All right. Louis said, my feet actually move outwards when I walk. Mhm. Move outwards. Okay. So when you walk this way. Yeah. And I have some pretty bad bunions on my feet from it. Hmm. Bunions. You can. I think there's something you wear to fix the bunions, and also you might try to check the orthopedic. What's that? Food is what? Podiatrist. Yes, check with podiatrist and see what they can do for you. You know, and your feet actually moved outwards when I walk. So how is your gait though? Is your knees pointing in or pointing outwards? Let me know in the chat. Okay, interesting. Okay, Luis, if you still here, let me know in the chat. If like your knees is pointing inwards, or that means if your knees are this way or pointing outwards that way. Okay. Okay. Is there any more questions? Let me know. Still, you have any more question? I think Luis is multitasking again. Okay. All right. If no question, then I want to thank you very much for watching. And if of course, if you want to support this channel, or you want to help us move on, or not move on, help us to help support us, you can always go to right here, buymeacoffee.com/Winston Wood. Over there, I put buy me a sushi because I love sushi, and that's beside the case. Uh, you can buy me one time, two times, or even help support us monthly, and that would be great too. Or you can also go to Present Soul back and slash stress out stress free, and our check on our merchandise, t-shirts here, and that's in order you can support us through that way. And also I'm going to put the link up here, back up here. I'm going to put the link up here, and if it's not up here, check that in the description below. It's definitely now in the description below. And don't forget to stay stress free by changing one habit at a time. And I see you in the next video. Okay. You can always get in touch with us at you can always get in touch with us at you can always get in touch with us at back and slash. You can always get us in touch all right. You can always get in touch with us okay, you can always get in touch with us don't forget to check out this video over here when it pops up, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to drop some likes. Click on the like button and let you know you like the show.